Drop your weapons.
What happened to the other thing? Wait a second. Just a minute.
All right, men. Drop your weapons. Drop your weapons. I need a weapon. I need a weapon. I need a weapon.
Honestly, I don't think I need this audio sync. Anyways, how's it? Aloha. Hang loose. Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel.
Orders, Commander.
You interrupted me. The channel. The channel. The channel. Yeah, we'll get this thing going on. It's the OBS thing. It's Sunday. Well, it's August. August. Man, it's all messy. It's October 3rd. How's it? Hang loose. Flipping. Yes, the witch said she was going to come over yesterday, so I was all, oh my gosh. And then there was a bunch of stuff going on. Then she canceled out and said she's going to come over maybe today, so it's like that protracted. So this is kind of a messy day, but today is Sunday, and so I found out something about Catechism. We're gonna go Catechism 1673. That's this little thing in here. Oh, look, we got. Oh, you know what we should do? Yeah. Make sure this is kind of like. Come on, please work. Okay. And recharge this. This was. Yes, we're going to spook paranormal one time. Here we go. Catechism. What the Roman Catholic Church teaches. This is like the official stuff. Catechism 1673. When the church asks publicly or authoritatively in the name of Jesus Christ that a person or object be protected against the power of the evil one and withdrawn from his dominion, it is called an exorcism. Jesus performed exorcisms, and from him the church has received the power and the office of exorcising. In the simple form, exorcism is performed at the celebration of baptism, so baptizing. The solemn exorcism is called the major exorcism and can be performed only by a priest with permission from the bishop. The priest must proceed with prudence, strictly observing the rules established by the church. Exorcism is directed at the expulsion of demons or to the liberation from demonic possession through the spiritual authority of Jesus entrusted to his church. Illness, especially psychological illness, is a very difficult matter. Treating this is the concern of medical science. Therefore, before an exorcism is performed, it is important to ascertain that one is dealing with the presence of the evil one and not an illness. Yeah, that's right, man. They gotta get. That's why. And then that's the official 9411 on that stuff. I just had to get that off my chest because something was. You know why? Because it's there's volcanoes blowing up. There's plague going everywhere. Everyone's political unrest and it's time for a little old and new. And for me, electronical equipment going crazy. So according to that catechism thingy, and with the authority of Jesus Christ, then when the evil one or demonic forces, their control or their influence is pushed away from person or object. So when they have infestation, that's house or objects. I don't know when she's coming up today. A little old and new. Back to the old and new. Now this is called Lectio Divina. Actually, it's not exactly Lectio Divina. Lectio Divina is when you pick a passage and then later on you reflect on it. You pray and you reflect. So I'm kind of missing that, but this is close to. So I pick random something out of the old. Old is so huge. I'm gonna go over here now. Something out of old. And then see what it says. Proverbs. Oh boy. Okay. What does Proverbs tell us today?
More than 3,700 cases have been confirmed in our schools since
I can't remember now. My mind, it's going to the
cases
obsession,
of COVID
which is attacking the
during an
mind.
ongoing legal battle.
Vini Sancti Spiritus, Vini Sancti Spiritus. Okay. Here is Proverbs. I think we're on 26 here. An enemy dissembles in speaking while abhorring deceit within. When an enemy speaks graciously, do not believe it. For there are 7 abominations concealed within. Though hatred is covered with guile, the enemy's wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Whoever digs a pit will fall into it, and a stone will come back on the one who starts it rolling. By lying tongue hates its victims, and a flattering mouth works ruins. Holy mackerel! That was Proverbs 26, towards the end, 25. In case you want to look that one up. Okay. And now, because we got stuff to do. Thank you, God, for this day. No, Acts. We gotta do rubric. I'm doing it random, but I need Ezekiel isn't new. We need to do. Oh, Matthew.
And I'm retiring and getting out as soon as I can.
Gosh darn.
And that is very, very problematic. And that is very
some red. There's some red. Rubric. Jesus words. Okay. This is out of. Okay. Now this is out of Luke, chapter 9, 18. So the point. Peter's declaration about Jesus. Once, when Jesus was praying alone, when only the disciples near him, he asked them, "Who do the crowds say that I am?" They answered, John the Baptist, but others Elijah, and still others that one of the ancient prophets has arisen. He said to them, "But who do you say I am?" Peter answered, "The Messiah of God." So you win. You win. That's why Peter won the responsibility. Okay, that was fun. Okay, yeah, there's stuff in the news, and here it is. Oh, I was supposed to go like this, right? Because I was gonna do the Bible read with like the baby bird, and this is the Canary Island volcano. Yay! But I blew it because I'm all over the place and stuff is working. So this is kind of like what, this is kind of the front page, and when you look at it, it's a little like this. It's like, oh look, New Mexico? What? Yeah. No. Friggin'. What do they win? Something. Fresno State. Okay. Excuse me. The University of Hawaii won Fresno State. Yay! It was a squeak by 27 to 24. They're all boo-hoo that the fans weren't in the crowd. They fucking squeaked 27 by 24. From what I heard. Okay, so from what I heard, they were losing it pretty bad, and they thought Fresno State was going to win pretty much throughout the game and close towards the end even. And University of Hawaii came back with defense, big D. So the big D, and then they had like interceptions sacks, pass, touch. Oh, they had all the defensive, racket of things that they do. But there was like friggin' 4 interceptions and sacking. Did I say that? Yeah. And sacking the quarterback. And they got this quarterback. His name's something. They get the new freshman quarterback, right? This is the new guy, right? The new freshman quarterback, something Shaggins. He's like the young Holly blonde guy. He's like the little dreamboat guy. Hi, I'm Shaggins. Shag, baby, yeah, Shaggins. And I'm just saying that because they always pick that little good-looking guy for the quarterback. It seems like, what's with that? He's like, hello, I'm the quarterback. It's like, thanks, yeah, you're the GQ guy. But they do that with what do you call them? Rock and roll bands. You pick a singer. I used to be in a rock and roll band in high school. Actually, our rock and roll band was kind of uniquely different. There's lots of story. We didn't have that singer problem. We didn't have a singer, so we just kept picking. Well, and then we had a couple. But like a rock band, you pick someone good looking like Mick Jagger to be your front man as a singer. And I don't know. Did you hear about Mick Jagger? Mick Jagger walked into a bar. It's like a joke. Mick Jagger walks into a bar and nobody noticed. Seriously, that's what happened. Mick Jagger walked into a bar and had a beer, and everyone was like, they didn't see him. He didn't even have a mask on. He just had a beer in his face. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. So let's see. We did that. Okay, here's the historic mission. This guy, right? He went and flew people out of Afghanistan. Look, boy, Lieutenant Colin Chowkoy. He's like, hey, look, boy, hero. Hey, he's doing the shaka sign. Shaka, bro. Hey, shaka to you too. Now back in the day, right into it. Back in the day, 1960. Here we go. And it's like famed showman Jack Benny, second from left, arrived in Honolulu from Los Angeles with his wife. Actress comedian Mary Livingston left, as well as movie producer Mervyn Leroy, and Mervyn Leroy's wife, and the attorney Arnold Grant. So Jack Benny, the movie guys, and it's like Hollywood coming over, eh? But I don't know if people don't do the old Hollywood stuff no more. I don't know. Probably a constant advantage of ew. Then there's Biden and his deadlines. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm not sure what exactly it is. Oh, the abortion thing. I'm not going to cover that, but there's a big abortion thing. And hey, look, monk seals. Oh, protect the monk seals at Sea Life Park. See, they bring them to Sea Life Park. They're an endangered species, monk seals. Look at that. Look at the face. Okay, what's going on? Here it is. The Warriors are biting back. That's a good photo. So, it was a big D push towards the end of the game. I didn't see the game, to be honest. And music. And this local entertainer, I'm going to say that person's dressed like a woman. Next. Sinking in poverty. Sinking into poverty, low-income working families struggle to survive. No one should have to choose to go home. Oh, what? I don't know. Look how much time here. But they're sinking. Okay? See? Okay. So here we go. Am I getting this? Yeah. I'm like all over the place, aren't I? Okay, because I got islands down there, and news down here. Democrats' version, joy or die, death die too, because they're all, kill me, I vote die. Biden's just ahead of them. This is old, union thing. You're the 13 colony old flag kind of deal. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so over here we have letters to the editor, which are hold on. nice.
cases have been reported in Hawaii in the past 2 weeks and are considered active.
Yeah, talk nice to your technology. It's haunted. It's like Annabelle. It's like freaking. It's like electronics, or kind of like Annabelle the doll with the you don't know what's possessed, what spirits inside. Could be the nice one, but maybe not. Most likely not. That's why the church says, hey, don't talk to spirits and the dead shit, because it's never Aunt Millie. Aunt Millie, is that you? Oh, I miss you, Aunt Millie. It's like Pazuzu pretending. Oh, look, Sudoku. Pazuzu thinking that, yeah, fool him. I'm just a 14-year-old girl. It's like a oh, sorry. Yeah, we don't got much time with this. Okay, which one are we doing here? I forget. Explain the benefits of, if I can do this right. Explain the benefits of Build Back Better, would you? Would you please? The media and Democrats could do a better job of portraying the costs and contents of Build Back Better bill, which will pass, hopefully will pass by a simple majority via the reconciliation process. The contents of the bill should be described, including an extension of the extremely significant child tax credit, important environmental spending to combat harmful effects of climate change, funding the lower to high cost of childcare, expanding Medicare coverage, Gaza, free to low care community college, and many other programs, and all this and more. And more. But wait, there's more. Maybe it'll pass. Wait, there's more. It's called the Senate. And it continued for 10 years, and the cost will be mainly covered by the higher taxes, corporation, blah, 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 blah. Will not have to pay the fair share for decades. Wait, what? Covered higher taxes on corporations and whatever. Yeah, exactly. See, that's like the main freaking thing, because that's the block, and that's the fuel for the fire. We didn't start the fire. And it was Canary Island that started the fire. Instead of depicting the bill as 3.5 trillion, why don't you just say 350 billion per year and compare it to 78 billion the government spends every year for government. John Richek, Kamehameha Skills, and K. Yeah. Why needs funding for them? We're just gonna drown. We're in the middle of the North Pacific. Build Back Better music, because this is what's on everyone's mind. Billy Jolly got G. Oh, here. Okay, now this one is kind of interesting because of this thing. This person, is it one chick? I don't know. Maybe. I can't tell. So, 3.5 trillion plan will cost 3.5 trillion. I propose we implement critical math theory in our K-12 classrooms, explaining President Joe Biden's calculation that spending 3.5 trillion will cost nothing. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi claims it will cost $0. According to my math, spending $3.5 trillion costs exactly $3.5 trillion. Students also should be taught how to add 11 million people to our insurance rolls as opposed to the lower free college. Use your words, Johnny. But lying to it doesn't help add up in my book, Chris Schwinga Waikai. Thank you, Chris, for your stuff. But you know what? You know what? Oh, God. I get to do this. I get to do this. I get to do this. Okay, here's what. Government macro budget economics doesn't fit in the little logic box of critical math theory, whatever the heck that is. Critical math is critical. Okay, like logic and pure mathematics, right? This 4 equals 4. It's it. You don't. It's no variation there. When you have this macroeconomics with the budgeting of a government, it's a freaking different creature. It isn't like simple, oh, what's the bottom line? Are we profiting? Or, you know, like people think like business, budget, or economic home. It's not. It's way freakier. Okay, now that we have that done, one more. Self-sufficient lead versus loss of empathy. A letter concerning people's losing ability of self-sufficiency illustrates the rise of entitlement among the lucky. Cite article September 30. It seems to me that people with power believe that they be blind to the pain and barriers faced by their fellow citizens on this planet. The letter uses a confusing, unsourced statistic to indicate that all the hardworking people who are struggling don't pay enough taxes, and that social programs will help them waste money, but tax cuts are working. Okay, and then it goes on to plug Ed Case, who is kind of playing the Republican side of the whole orchestra of cacophonous cuckoo. Okay, right here. Hardworking people who are struggling don't pay enough taxes. Okay, that's a wrong-o, I think, because basically, it's meant to tax these corporations and this ultra wealth, 1% style that through tax lawyers and finagling wind up spending like nothing on taxes, like almost zero. They pay zero taxes, and all the tax burden is on that middle class, and that's what they're trying to correct. They're not trying to use that to fund $3.5 trillion. Hey, we'll just up your taxes. See, that's the fear mongering, and that's the work of Satan. So have a happy day. La, 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 la. Oh, there's nothing there no more. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Oh, okay, go back here. Oh no. What am I gonna do? Oh no. Oh no. This editing is crazy. Anyways, have a happy day. It's Sunday. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, bye. 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 Aloha. Aloha. Oh, bye, bye, bye. Bye.